Hey, what's going on, you guys? I want to make a quick video about why I am bearish on the stock market, but more specifically the tech market itself, because right now it's at its all-time high. It's at the distribution phase where it's like buying, and selling, and I know some people who want to get into the tech market right now, but I'm telling them not to, but they don't want to listen. So I want to make this quick video on why I am bearish on it and why you should wait. That way you could get a better buy-in entry point. All right. So let's quickly go over what's going on right now with the market. So let's go ahead and look at SPY. So SPY, the SP 500, that's the overall market. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's look at the 180 day. All right, so this is the SPY channel. All right, so you see these red lines right here. This is the channel. So we are an uptrend market. Even though we have pullbacks sometimes, you can see right here, the red right here, red right here. Those are minor pullbacks. All right, but the overall market is an uptrend market. We're always going up. All right, so this is the channel. We're always going up, and you can see here right now. This is where we are right now. So you can see we're at the medium of the channel. We're at the middle of the channel right now. All right, and as you can see, if we look further back, every time the SPY hits the middle of the channel, there's slight pullback. There's always a minor pullback. We always have red days when we hit the middle of the channel. So you can see here on February 1st, minor pullback. Here, what's this? I'm looking at the dates at the bottom. If you can't tell, you see 2/8, 2/15, 3/1. Those are the dates. So yeah, so February 1st, March 1st, March 8th, March 15th. Let's look at another medium right here. May 17th. Another one on, it's May 17th still. Another one here, June 14th. You get the point. Every time the market hits the medium of the channel, there's always a slight pullback. There's always a minor pullback. So every time SPY hits the medium of the channel, I'm always slightly bearish because there's almost always a slight pullback. There's always a minor pullback. There's always like some type of sell-off. And it's not the overall market. It's usually a particular sector of the market. So it's either the tech market, it's either the tech sector, the consumer sector, the financial sector. But this time, I believe it's the tech sector. All right, so before we move on to the tech sector, I want to go ahead and zoom in and have a closer look at this. All right, so you can see here, every time the SPY channel hits the medium, there's a slight pullback. And, the stock could go either way. It could go up or down, obviously. So you can see here, June 17th, slight pullback. Again, July 19th, which was 2 weeks ago, slight pullback. And again, we're at a distribution phase. And you're asking, what is a distribution phase? So this is a phase of where you have the buyers and sellers going back and forth within these two resistant points. So you can see here, the two resistant points are between the 437 range and the 440 range. So every time it hits these two ranges, it's either bouncing, it's going back and forth. It's hitting the top, then it's going to the low, then it's going to the top, then it's hitting the low. So this means that the sellers and buyers are kind of balanced out. And once this keeps happening over time, there's going to be a sell-off. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical. I really don't want to invest in the tech market. And this is mostly caused because of the tech market. So let's go ahead and let's look at the tech market. All right, so right now we're looking at XLK, which is the tech market, technology sector. Let's go ahead and zoom out. All right, so now we're looking at the technology sector. And you can see here that it has popped out of the channel. So you can see here, we're above the channel now. We broke out of that channel, which means it's oversaturated. It's too many buyers. And it's being pumped up way too hard right now. All right, so now we're a little bit more zoomed in of the tech market being out of the channel. So now you can see it's above the channel, this yellow line right here. It's above the channel. And you can see here, it hit an all-time high of 154.75. And since then, once it hit that point, it ended up having a huge sell-off because people knew it was way too high. It was way too overpriced. And now you see it's been trading kind of sideways for the past couple of days. So one or two things can happen. One, it's either going to hit that high again and it's going to break it and it's going to hit another all-time high, or it's going to just hit that mark of the 154 and it's going to break down completely. And this is where we can start seeing the breakdown of the market. We can see a pullback within the overall market, but more particularly within the tech market. So I would stay away from technology stocks like Apple, NVDA, because these stocks have been hitting all-time highs as well because they're part of the tech market. And you don't want to be in option calls or have stocks buying at these like high points because you're just going to be losing money. So this is why I'm staying away from them. If anything, you're going to short them. I'm going to be paying attention to the stock market because I'm most likely going to be shorting Apple and NVIDIA and most of these other companies that are hitting these all-time highs, because right now it's the technology sector is out of the market. It's out of its channel. It's being overbought right now, and I think it has to do with because of earnings. Because last week, a lot of technology sectors had big earnings, and they all hit their earnings, but due to inflation and just the stock being overpriced, they all end up having the small pullback, and I think it's going to continue. So this is why I'm bearish. I would stay away. Definitely don't buy calls. I wouldn't recommend it unless you have money to risk. Go for it, have fun. But I'm staying away from it. You will not see me buying calls for these technology stocks. You'll definitely be seeing me buying puts. All right, I'll definitely be shorting these stocks. So that's how I feel right now. Once everything goes back to normal, once the technology stock is back within the channel, then I might reconsider getting into them. But as of now, I'm waiting for it to drop. I'm waiting for that pullback, because a pullback is going to happen. As you just saw with the SPY market, it's at its medium point, and it's in that distribution phase, and then the technology sector is out of the channel, which means it's overbought. So we could see a fallback as well. So that is why I'm bearish. So yeah, if I saved you some money, or you liked this video, you found it informative, you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.